Bruce Friedman of Adult Site Broker, and welcome to Adult Site Broker Talk, where each week we interview one of the movers and shakers of the adult industry, and we give you a tip on buying and selling websites. This week we'll be speaking with Massi of Feet4Cash. Adult Site Broker is proud to announce the launch of our new website at adultsitebroker.com. We've added some enhancements to the site, such as FAQs and a complete new platform. The look and feel of the new site are nice and up to date. The new site also has links to our marketplace and affiliate program. Plus, don't forget ASB Marketplace, the first platform where you can buy and sell adult sites and domains for free. ASB Marketplace allows buyers and sellers a chance to come together on properties that are valued below our company's minimum of $50,000. Don't pay for other marketplaces when ASB Marketplace gives you this service for free. Visit asbmarketplace.com and sign up as a seller or a buyer today. And of course, there's ASB Cash, the first affiliate program for an adult website brokerage where you can earn as much as 20% of our broker commission referring sellers and buyers to us at Adult Site Broker. Check out asbcash.com for more details and to sign up. Now let's feature our property of the week that's for sale at Adult Site Broker. Actually, our property of the week this week is a reminder that we always have some private listings available in addition to what you see on our website and in our newsletters. Right now, we have a campsite, dating sites, and pay sites available. We often have other types of sites as well. In these cases, the owner of the site is usually expressing the utmost care to make sure the identity of their site or company doesn't get out for a variety of reasons. These are also generally larger listings with big revenues. If you're interested in finding out more about our private listings, please complete our buyer's NDA on our website and contact us to see if you qualify. Now time for this week's interview. My guest today on Adult Site Broker Talk is Massi from Feet4Cash. Massi, thanks for being back with us again on Adult Site Broker Talk.
Thank you, Bruce, for having me again. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Now, here's some information on Feet4Cash. It was established in 2008. Feet4Cash is a network of pay sites mainly focused on the foot fetish niche. With a total of 18 sites, the program has a site aimed for every taste in the niche. Affiliates earn 50% lifetime commission on every sale and rebill, plus 5% on referrals to other webmasters. All content is exclusive and produced in-house, which makes their content unique and recognized in the foot fetish community. Another important factor is non-nude sites in the network. These can be promoted in ways that no adult pay site can, giving the program many monetization opportunities. So, Massi, let's first talk about what has changed with your company since we last spoke.
Quite a bit, actually, because we've been having a couple of things in store for a long time. And 6 months ago, we finally finalized the switch to Nats. So now our affiliate platform is basically as all of our affiliates wanted it to be, because they were keep saying to us, we want better way to track our traffic. We want better tools and everything. So we switched 6 months ago, and I have to say that they really love it. They work with our program more, and interact more with us. And, Nats is basically pretty much standard in the business. So we're really happy about that. And also another little thing that happened a couple of days ago, actually, like a week ago, we opened up our first VOD site where we sell our VR videos and, like a clip store, but inside our network. And the beauty of that is that our affiliates can get the same 50% on sales as they do on our regular sites.
Nice.
So, just to try to target those customers that are not used to buy memberships, but they are more used to buy videos these days and try to see, what happens. It's brand new, so it's not like I say it's working, it's not working, but I really think, we hope it will be good. And with the help of our affiliates, we will maybe manage to market that and see what happens. The plan is this is just for our VR videos, and the plan is to open another one, a huge one with all the rest of our library, which goes back to 2008. So it's going to be quite a massive, foot fetish clip sites. And
Wow.
well, we'll see.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It is. It is, definitely is. We're not a big team, so.
Yeah, I was asking Massi before the podcast started. We were having our normal chit chat, and I was asking him why he doesn't do a podcast. He says, "Well, I don't have to sleep." So, yes, he's a very, very busy man. There's no two ways about it. And I'll also remind everybody we're producing this in middle of October, and it will run in January. So. Got anything
so you've
else?
Been pretty busy as well. You've been pretty busy with the podcast. That's
always,
great.
Always. So, anything new that you think will happen before January?
Well, not sure. I think we will work more on this VOD stuff, and we have a couple of things to fix on our sites. But a couple of measure shootings with models, but nothing really measured to impacting our business. Because when you launch new things, you need to stabilize those things after that, to work on that, to make them work as they should. So,
sure.
A couple of months, we'll see.
Absolutely. So what impact has COVID had on your production?
Oh, finally, we talk about COVID, because no one ever asked me about that before. And we really never talk about that these days.
No, I know. It's a subject I don't hear much at all.
No, but it's important to because sometimes people don't, if you're not inside the business, maybe you don't realize the impact that it actually had, especially on us that we are on production side. And, we had to completely stop production for 1.5 months, which doesn't seem, maybe doesn't seem too much, but if you consider that we make like a couple of shoots or photo shoots per week, that means that we nearly faced a lack of content during that period. And although, of course, we plan accordingly, but we did have a bit of difficulties about that. Then slowly things get better. Now it's more or less normal, even if we still have, of course, models have to be tested before coming in. And some of them are still afraid to shoot, so they basically stopped shooting before the lockdown, that they still didn't start again. But you can understand those guys, those girls.
Sure.
And so it's a bit more difficult now, but at least it's more or less normal as it was.
We hope it stays that way, because I know Italy was pretty badly hit initially.
Yeah. Agreed. Let's hope it stays this way. Vaccinations
broke my heart.
Good, so.
Broke my heart, because as you know, my wife and I were going to go back there in 2020 after going in 2019, and it's the best vacation I've ever had. All we did was eat and drink wine and sleep, and it was fabulous. It was fabulous. Next trip is to your neck of the woods, as you well know, my friend. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, I am looking forward to that.
Yeah, hanging out a bit. So, how about your overall business? What impact did COVID have on that?
Well, that's the other side of the coin of COVID, because on one hand, it was, a disaster for everyone. And for our business, it was actually good. I mean, and I think it's pretty much the same for the whole adult business, because people stayed home, and basically they decided that spending on porn was still a good idea. So we actually saw a bit of increase on sales. So I can't really, when I speak with other people from other businesses, I feel like ashamed, because they keep saying, my God, I mean, it's a disaster and nothing, sales dropped and everything. And I have to say, well, sorry, but that's not the case for us, because really we've been lucky on this. I can't really say anything different than this. So it's been good.
Yeah, I've had my best 2 years in 2020 and 2021. In fact, I hope to beat 2020. And I agree with you. I felt kind of not ashamed, but I felt guilty. That all these people I knew were hurting. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Because I think the fact that both of us can work totally online, well, you do production, so you don't work totally online, but the fact that I can work online really made it so, it made
Absolutely.
my business good. And I think people had time on their hands, and some of them bought and sold websites. So that was cool.
Yeah.
But in the porn business, absolutely. I mean, you had people with time on their hands, so they had to do something with their hands, right?
Yeah, that's a good way of saying that. Yeah, I
I do
agree.
my best. I'll be here all week. So, um, all month, as a matter of fact, maybe all year. I don't know. So, how do you select your models?
There's not a rule for this because the thing is, when you start a business like this and it starts from a passion you have,
Mhm.
basically, we are two foot fetish freaks,
Yeah.
basically. It's more like you see a model and it's sort of you get if she has something that can work for a foot fetish guy.
Hmm.
It's not always just a fit because it may sound weird, but in the foot fetish community, every guy has different tastes about feet.
Yeah.
They're not the same, they don't look the same, so you never know before shooting a model if she will have success or not. But of
Hmm.
course, there are a few models that you know that will not work. You see a girl and you say, no, no, this girl is not going to work in our network, so let's move on. So you never know if she's a winner, but you know if she has something about that. The thing that we are doing most these days, and this is general, is trying to work with girls that have some sort of social media presence
Sure.
because it may help the business. We shoot with her, we send her the pictures, and then she tag our accounts and stuff like that. So it's
Hmm.
that's how it's a way to market your business without spending more than the model price. Other than that, it depends, case by case, and see.
Yeah.
You look at the girl. We don't do casting, so it's not like we call
Hmm.
the girl in our studio. So it's all based on videos and pictures that she sends us, and
Interesting.
also on her, social media presence and things, stuff like that. But usually we don't because, first of all, because it's rare that we shoot with a girl and then we say, "Oh, then this was a mistake." After so many years, we know what we are doing, so
Sure.
it,
Sure.
it works. Yeah.
So, how has using models with a good social media presence helped your network?
Very much. I mean,
Hmm.
I think this is a key to the business these days. In
Sure.
in in two ways actually. One way is to actually find other models, because what do you need to do when you're not, we are not a massive site like everyone knows us, not at all. So when a model works with us and she's happy about the way we treated her, because of course we always have white gloves for models,
Hmm.
and so she gets back on her social media and she posts and she said, I worked with them and I had a great time and blah, blah, blah. And so other models following her on social media will then contact us and say, look, I saw her working with you and she had a great time. So, and it helps in this way. And also, of course, guys following her on social media, you can be sure that in any group of people following a girl online, there will be foot fetish guys.
Oh yeah.
So when they see that their favorite model made a shooting with us, you can see most of the time some sales coming from that social media account,
Sure.
because that's how it works. I mean, they want
Hmm.
to see their feet and they want to see the feet shoot in a peculiar way that we know how to do.
Are you encouraging your models to join your affiliate program?
Rarely, because it's not their
Oh,
business. I mean,
you should.
yeah, but the thing is, these days being an affiliate, it's not as easy as it was before, and it's the
Hmm.
same for model. I mean, we tell them if you want to post a link to our site, you can join our affiliate program, but then
Sure.
you sort of risk of her to have too much expectation on that,
Hmm.
and so we tell her. I mean, we also tell her, don't expect too much money on this because being an affiliate is not easy these days, and it's not like guys click on links that often as they used before. Sometimes they look at, okay, she's on that site, I'm gonna go to that site later, and then she doesn't get
Yeah.
credit if the guy doesn't click the link. So
Right.
we do tell them that there is this possibility, of course,
Good.
and if they are some sort of girls into computer and, already used to do some stuff like that. We have a couple of them working like this, but it's not their main business. So it's something extra they can do. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think models in general are that geared towards the business side of things. There are some, but as you say, they're few and far between.
Yeah. So nothing wrong in that. I mean, it's different business. So it's just being an affiliate. You do that, but you need to understand how it works, and it's not
sure. So, what's the strangest thing that's happened with the new model? You got some good stories? He laughs
all the time. I mean, I think that the worst one actually was a couple of years ago. A girl, she was like 19 years old or 20, something like that. She came to the shooting. She signed the model release form and everything as we normally do. She had a great time. And then at 1:00 at night, my partner, who is the photographer, gets a phone call 1:00 at night. And it was this girl's mom.
Oh, shit.
Trying to say, look, you put out my girl in doing stuff that she didn't know what she was doing. She's too young for this. I'm going to call the police, take everything down, blah, blah, blah. And of course, you try to explain the woman, we did everything as it should be. We had a signed model release. We had a copy of her passport and everything. But when things like this happen, you just say, what the fuck? I mean, just take the content
chalk it up
away
to experience and you don't want trouble, right?
Yeah, come on. You do all the required documents because you want to avoid these issues. But when these issues actually happen, all you want to do is just get over with it as soon as possible.
Move on.
Yeah, just move on and just delete the content of the girl and bye-bye. And even, a couple of weeks ago, the same things happened. This time it was actually the girl that after a couple of hours of the shooting, she phoned us up and she said, look, could you please put just the pictures and not the videos up? And we said,
no.
Okay, never mind. You give our money back for the shooting and bye-bye. Don't come to us again. And that's it. Yeah, things like this.
What are you going to do? How about at a shoot? Has anything strange happened?
Well, at a shoot... I'm not the guy to speak about this because I'm never at the shooting because we are.
But you hear about
it. Me and my partner, we are the perfect couple because I call him the Iceman because I think me in his shoes, I would not be able to control myself because I have to say that. I mean, I'm a gentleman and everything, but during the shooting, sometimes it may sound quite exciting.
I would bet.
I have to say that the really weird things about shootings, sometimes it's all connected to the bit of most hardcore stuff we do, which is squirting and pissing, stuff like that. And it did happen a couple of times. I don't want to go into details, but they made quite a mess in the studio, let's say.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably no more details are necessary.
No more.
Moving on. Tell me about a typical day with you and your team.
Typical day on a team of 4 people, it's a crazy day, basically. Because you have massive things to do and little time to do that. But if I can, what we typically do every single day is taking care of customers. The customer service is going, because we do that in-house as well. And the photo retouching and the video editing is something we do every day, basically. And so is social media marketing. Right. Other than that, it depends on the day. I mean, I'm spending literally more time with my affiliates, which is something I love. Because finally they are in touch with us more often and they ask things and they want to work with us more. And that's what I like to do. And, it's how it's supposed to be. And my partner, of course, is busy organizing shootings, finding models, contacting them, asking them for a day for the shooting. And then she said, I'm going to come tomorrow. And then she's not going to come tomorrow. Stuff like that,
That's a shock.
Yeah. Happens. Yeah. So it's not like I can make any sense of a typical day of a small team like we are, really.
You alluded to it earlier. Now, 10 years ago, affiliates were really bringing in a lot of business. Are you getting the same level of business to your company as affiliates used to bring you, or has it changed?
Well, I think you can tell, I love working with affiliates. I
Yeah.
really think they are a very important asset of our business.
Mhm.
It's not like the amount of business they actually bring, because for us it's difficult to say, because 10 years ago we were a super small site that no one knew about.
Mhm.
So we actually missed all the golden age of porn. We are
Hmm.
not there, basically. So it's for us, it's the opposite. We are working more with affiliates these days than we were before. The thing is that today being an affiliate is not as easy as it was before, as we
Yeah.
all know, for many
Like you
reasons,
mentioned,
technical
yeah.
reasons, and and all the stuff that on the browser, it blocks banners and stuff like that. I know
Mhm.
it's a pain for being an affiliate, and also marketing a foot fetish site it's not for everyone.
Sure.
You need to understand the niche, and if you understand the niche and you have the right traffic, you will have very good results, even better than with mainstream porn, I think.
Hmm.
But you need to understand the niche, and there are not a lot of affiliates out there that know the niche. It's just a different approach than the regular porn, and you need to understand that. But once you understand that, you bring business to us. Absolutely.
It would occur to me, anyway, that foot fetish fans would be more loyal than normal porn fans.
Yeah, that's the good thing about us. If you send one sale to us, you can be, I mean, the average rebuilds, it's like 5. So 5
Wow.
months at least. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's quite a lot, because they are loyal. That's what they do. They find what they like and they stay.
Hmm.
So that's another thing about us. You don't have to think about how many sales you bring, but you need to look into at the rebuilds. Actually,
Sure.
that's going to bring you more than the sales usually. So yeah, on that you're totally right. Yeah,
Awesome. Now, if you could change something about your business right now with a snap of your fingers, what would it be?
I will try to innovate our post production. I think it's not like
Hmm.
nothing is wrong in that, but there are many things that could be streamlined. Like trying to find a process that works and invest into tools that can actually bring that into a better shape.
Mhm.
I know there are some tools out there that while you shoot, they are actually uploading the raw video to the cloud, so someone on the post production can immediately take the video and post product that.
Hmm.
Stuff like this, but it needs lots of investments, especially on our network interface, our network at the studio. And so
Mhm.
that's something that's going to take time. Yeah, that's something I would like to do. I would like to do, again, nothing wrong in the way that we post production our videos, but it could be improved a lot, I think.
Mhm. Anything else?
All the rest, I mean, in a couple of months, that's what we always do, buy new cameras and stuff like that. We've been doing that for ages now. We are now going to buy a new VR camera.
Hmm.
But those are not innovation. Those are investments that you have to do as a business.
Okay.
You shoot content.
Are you doing VR now?
Yeah, we are doing
Okay.
VR since a couple of years now,
Okay.
and we love it. I mean, it's amazing how because it's still a small amount of people that actually have VR in the
Mhm.
world, but there are a specific kind of people. Those are all people that have money in their pocket,
Yeah.
because if you have a VR device these days, it means you have money to spend. They are also enthusiasts about VR. So what I love about that is when you post a video, you will get lots and lots and lots of feedback from people.
Hmm.
And this is something that doesn't happen often in porn.
Okay.
So it was really helpful to us, because when we started in VR 2 years ago, we had lots of to learn. The learning curve is it's quite tough,
Yeah.
because it's totally different way of shooting, totally different way of post production, marketing, everything. And so our users actually helped us a lot in improve. And so we are blind following them. As they say, when we get feedback and if they say, this is wrong, you should do this in another way. we follow that and it works. So yeah, VR is really good actually. Couldn't
What do
be
you
happier.
Yeah, what do you see coming up for VR? What do you think the future is? Because it's real interesting. When it first started, and you and I go to the same shows, there were lots of demos, and everybody was putting the headsets on and go, "Oh wow, this is cool. This is going to be the future." There's VR out there, but it certainly hasn't taken over like I think a lot of people expected. Where do you think VR is at now, and what do you see happening in the future?
I don't think it will ever take over to normal porn. It will always be something smaller
Hmm.
because of practical reasons. I mean, unless you are totally, it's obvious, unless you're totally alone at home and you know no one is going to knock at your door and anything, you can't put a VR device on your eyes and just, disappear from the world. It's complicated. So for this reason only, it will be always, not everyone will be able to enjoy porn on VR. But it's here to stay. It's growing, and the technology behind it's actually improving more and more. So the sound is better, the video is better, the whole experience is better.
Hmm.
So I think it's here to stay. What I don't see happening, it's cam VR sites. I know that there are quite a few out there, but I don't see how that could actually work really well, because when you put a VR device on your eyes, you actually, if the video is not super crystal clear, you don't have a good experience.
Hmm.
And when it comes to streaming content from a cam site, obviously the quality won't be as perfect as a video you download.
Sure.
So I don't know. I don't see that working. Even if I'm sure, I know that there are a couple of sites that are doing that and everything, but I really think it will be videos and videos only. But it's here to stay.
There's a lot of talk about, and there's a lot of development going on of hardware that's going to be lower profile, the whole idea of it maybe moving to IR and other technologies with glasses that just look like glasses. You probably remember the Google Glass, that strange looking thing, but it was pretty low profile. Do you think that'll have a big impact?
That's interesting. I don't know, that will be different because it's not VR. It's totally different, but it's something I'm really looking forward to, because if it gets to a level when right now, I think it works only, you can put some sort of, not saying a cartoon, but something, not a real person in the image, I think, at the moment. But if it comes one time when you put these glasses on and you can see a real person sitting down in front of you, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Depends on where the technology will go. And of course, let's don't forget toys, sex toys that will, work with VR, and that's another thing.
But I think another thing is that once those technologies are really developed, I believe anyway, that when the cost actually comes down to the common person, and it isn't all based upon somebody who can afford a $250 or $300 device, but they can get something that's really good for $50, say, I mean, that should make a big difference in the market, right?
Agreed. Yeah, that's another way of saying that. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
That's when the price goes lower, more people will buy that. Even just, okay, let's try that. So
sure.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree.
That can be a what the hell process, where a $300 purchase isn't usually a what the hell process.
That pretty much describes that. Yeah.
Exactly. So, what new possibilities do you see in the foot fetish market that your company still hasn't explored?
Couple of things. Well, first of all, we want and we're planning to give more interaction with our models, probably from inside our Space Sites members area. We want to give people more chances to interact with our models. So we are trying to organize, cam sessions, like regular cam sessions. We would like also to explore the streaming of our photo sessions, trying to live stream when models come to the shootings and stuff.
That's
like
neat.
that. And also, Yeah, something like that. It's something we have this idea for a long time, and it's time to try to see what happens. Another thing, but I don't think this would be a bit more far from our business. It's having people using a platform to sell their own food pictures. Amateur content.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple of great companies out there doing this already, and they're doing an amazing job. But I think we should, maybe in time, we could try to use our network and the fact that people know who we are to offer this possibility and see where it goes.
Sure.
So, a couple of things. If you would ask me these questions 3 months ago, I would have said also we would like to have a clip site, but we just opened one, so
sure.
that's not on the table anymore. So yeah.
Got it. So let's think here for a second. Let's say there was no internet. Okay, I mean, God forbid, right? What do you think you'd be doing for a living right now?
I'm not sure I would even know I had a foot fetish, because actually internet was the thing that helped me understand I had a foot fetish. The beauty about internet is that you can see that other people have the same tastes as you are, and
yes.
and it helps you to identify who you are in some ways.
Yep.
So, and it did help me big in understanding why I was attracted to something which I didn't really understand. I mean, I was a kid back then. Maybe growing up, I would have understood that. But at that time, I didn't. I'm not sure I would have opened up any sort of business on the foot fetish if internet didn't exist, because, it would have been more expensive and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing I know is that for sure I would have end up having my own business of some sort, because I grew up with my father always teaching me, you need to build your own future. Try to don't depend on others for your future and stuff like that. He grew me up like this. So I have this in my brain that, I need to depend only on myself. So maybe it would have been selling lemonade on the street. I don't know, but it wouldn't be my own business anyway.
Sure. Now, fetish and porn in general is almost always seen from a man's perspective. What do you think about women and fetish?
I think it works. I think I have been lucky enough to speak with a couple of women girls that had a genuine foot fetish in these years. One of them was one of our models, and we became friends, as it happens. So it's in no way different than any man having a foot fetish. But the thing is, to actually shoot content for a girl, I think we need more Suze Randall in the business. I mean, she was this huge producer ages ago, as you know. And, we need more women producing content. That's the only way that they can shoot the fetish. It's like I told you, to shoot foot fetish, you need to know the niche. You need to like it.
Right.
And to shoot foot fetish for women, you need to be a woman, I think. There's no way out, I think.
Yeah. Makes sense to me. Now, can you give some advice to someone that wants to start a business in foot fetish today?
As we say in Italy, don't make your step longer than your legs.
That's a good saying. What the hell does it mean?
It means, well, I try to translate that. It means, don't spend more money than that you have, and don't try to start things big immediately. Go step by step.
Yeah.
Unless you have a big investor on your side, of course, that's another thing. But I've seen too many guys actually in the foot fetish. I mean, I've been, as you know, I have a foot fetish, so I've been in the community for a long time, and most of the time there are a couple of photographers and stuff saying, I will start my own business. And then they fail because either they don't stick to it for long enough, because you can't expect results to be immediate.
Right.
Or because they want to be Pornhub of foot fetish as soon as they start the business. And it's not possible. You need to be step by step.
Right.
So this would be the advice, just go slowly and look at who you are and what you have and go from there.
Right. Now, from a producer and pay site owner's point of view, how do you look at the growing number of paid fan sites? Now, do you see them at all as a threat to your business?
I always saw them as a very good thing, because it gives models a way to control their own, their own future. There was a time 15 years ago where it was girls running after producers asking for a job, basically.
Right.
And it wasn't ideal, in my opinion. I mean, if a girl, if she's good enough to understand how a business works, she should be able to sell her own content, to have a fan site and everything. It's totally right to do that. Obviously, it's not a threat, but it makes things a bit more difficult for us. These days, there are few models that would never shoot for a pay site just because it's not profitable for them.
Yeah.
They make more money on their fan site than they would ever make on a shooting for the site.
Sure.
So you need to pay them really, really a lot of money, or just not work with them. But it's, there is space for everyone. It's adapt or die. I mean, you need to adapt to this. The fan sites are there and they will stay there. So, we just need to adapt to that and see how it goes. But I don't see that as a threat. Really not.
Okay.
I'm just happy for them, basically.
Is it? Do you find it harder to get models because of the fan sites?
I wouldn't say hard to find models, because luckily we know where to look for them, and there's still models that don't have fan sites, or they, some of these models, they do have fan sites, but they also understand that working for another network, it's an investment, because it will put their image in front of a new public.
Sure.
So on that, it's, and then there are some models that will just say, sorry, I just don't want to work with you because I make already enough money. I don't find more difficult. It's just, just try and see who you find, but it's fine. I mean, come on. There are enough girls out there.
Okay. What do you think about the online dating industry?
Difficult question. For one reason, I have been an affiliate as well, and I still am an affiliate on some of my free time. I don't know where my free time is, but I am an affiliate sometimes. We also try to monetize dating sites on our network, and for one reason or another, I never managed to make money with it. But for sure, it's big, because I've been in Prague a month ago, something like that, at the European Summit.
Yeah,
and I can tell you, there it was packed with companies in the dating business.
Oh yeah.
Most probably after the Corona stuff, people were home and they were dating from home was the only way possible. So maybe that's why they had another great moment. But I don't know. I never managed to monetize that. Also, when I think of them, I'm really thinking, okay, there are like thousands of dating sites, and are we really sure that all those dating sites are offering real profiles and real people?
No, we're sure. We're sure they don't.
I'm not saying you said that. I don't want to make enemies.
No,
here,
because
so
because I know it for a fact. I've got friends who work at companies that provide moderation services, more than one. So come on, you and I both know that a lot of the adult dating sites are fake as hell.
Yeah. So maybe it's just something.
It's not a secret in this industry, Massi.
No, it's not. It's something I never liked. Although I think we are all selling a dream in this business.
This is true.
The adult business. So maybe in dating sites, the dream is to chat with a girl that doesn't exist, but she can tell you what you want to listen. I mean, it does make sense. It just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, what it kind of reminds me of is back in the day before the internet. I'm old, right? 64 later in the month. They used to have the 900 numbers in the U.S. and you could talk to a live girl, which I guess is better than talking to a dead one. But anyway, that'd be kind of spooky. That's more of a Halloween thing, but it is October. And needless to say that most of these supposed beautiful women were like 400 pounds,
Yeah.
So that's what it kind of reminds me of. That was the fantasy then, right? Now the fantasy is adult dating.
Yeah, it's basically the same. And, I can't sell it because I don't know how to sell it properly. It's like food fetish. You need to know how to sell it. I don't know how to sell dating. That's it, basically. But again, we are all selling a dream. So the dream is this dating, and why not?
Exactly. Well, hey, Massi, I'd like to thank you for being our guest once again today on Adult Site Broker Talk, and I hope we'll get a chance to do this again really soon.
It was a pleasure, Bruce. Really, really a pleasure, and thank you for having me back.
The pleasure was all mine. My broker tip today is part 3 of what to do to make your site more valuable for when you decide to sell it later. Find new ways to monetize your site, such as sell advertising. If you've got a free site like a tube, that's the best way to monetize your site. If you have a tube, another way to make more money is to sell premium memberships. Offer free users one level of content, and for premium users, you can do things like give them higher quality or longer videos, or both. You can also make the site ad-free for premium members. Start an affiliate program. If you have a pay site, especially, this is a great way to increase your quality of traffic and get more joins. With all sites, you can figure out other upgrades and products you can sell to your users. Pay sites can also sell pay-per-view, where people have the option of paying by the scene for content they can't get on the site. This is also another way to charge users as opposed to a monthly fee. Sell them other products like toys and novelties. Market your business. Do things to improve your search engine results like SEO. There are some great SEO consultants out there who can help you get higher search engine rankings in Google. If you want some recommendations, contact us on our site. List all of the benefits of your site and your marketing and how they affect the user. And of course, hire a great marketing consulting firm such as Adult B2B Marketing, which we also happen to own. Eliminate unneeded expenses. Constantly make sure you're not spending money you don't need to. Make sure there isn't duplication in your staffing. From time to time, check services you pay for like hosting and see if there are better and less expensive options. Take it from me, I've done this and saved a bunch, plus I've gotten higher quality hosting in the process. Again, ask us for recommendations. Always look for ways to do things more cost effectively. Along with this, make your profit and loss statement show more profit. Increasing sales and reducing expenses obviously does just that. Make sure your P&L statement accurately reflects your company's actual costs, not a bunch of personal expenses you've put in. This will cost you money when you sell. It may help you with the tax man to put that stuff on your tax return, but it hurts you if you show that stuff on your profit and loss statement. Remember, every dollar in profit increases the value of your website as much as 3 to 4 times. This is why you need a good, experienced broker to help lead you through the process. We've gotten people tens of thousands of dollars more on their sale just by adjusting the P&L statement to reflect actual business expenses as opposed to a bunch of BS. We'll talk about this subject more next week. And next week, we'll be speaking with Robin and Ari of Adult Mutual Aid. And that's it for this week's Adult Site Broker Talk. I'd once again like to thank my guest, Massi of Feet4Cash. Talk to you again next week on Adult Site Broker Talk. I'm Bruce Friedman.